Branching story that matters. Baldur's Gate 3 isn't just another story, it's a deeply personal experience. Every decision you make changes what happens around you, not in an illusion, but in real, tangible ways. You can start wars, betray your companions, redeem villains, or become one yourself. Every action has world-changing consequences. Your decisions affect not only the endings, but every conversation, every quest, every relationship. Nothing is black or white, and the game forces you to confront complex moral dilemmas. You choose not just what, but how, and every path you take leaves a unique mark on your adventure. Deep, tactical combat. The turn-based combat system, built on Dungeons & Dragons 5e, is pure strategy with a role-playing soul. Every turn is a chance to improvise, use the environment, exploit weaknesses, shove enemies off cliffs, ignite flammable objects, or combo spells. It's not just hit and wait, it's reading the terrain, thinking big, and adapting. Best of all, it feels fluid and exciting. The AI is smart, and every battle throws something different at you. Even outside of combat, you can set traps, sneak past danger, or avoid fights entirely if you plan ahead. Baldur's Gate 3 turns every encounter into a satisfying and juicy puzzle. Spectacular visuals. Visually, Baldur's Gate 3 is stunning. From natural landscapes to haunted crypts, every environment is detailed and immersive. Lighting effects, textures, facial animations, it all feels alive and meticulously crafted. The characters' expressions are so real that a glance can say more than dialogue. And the artistic direction? Consistent and beautiful, dark when it needs to be, magical when it counts. No area feels rushed or empty. Every corner of the world looks like it was built with love. The visuals don't just impress, they deepen the storytelling and make the world feel like a character in itself. Total freedom to play your way. You can be whoever you want to be. The character creator gives you immense freedom, visually and narratively. Choose your race, class, background, beliefs, orientation, tone, everything. But that freedom doesn't end at creation. You shape your character through actions. Be a kind-hearted hero, a selfish rogue, a chaotic wildcard, or a ruthless leader. There's no correct way to play. The game adapts and responds to your playstyle. You can solve quests in a dozen ways, or ignore them entirely if you'd rather explore. Baldur's Gate 3 puts you in full control and rewards creative, bold choices. Multiplayer madness. Playing with friends takes the experience to a whole new level. Multiplayer lets you form a party where everyone makes their own decisions, and that leads to delicious chaos. You might be talking to a key NPC while your friend is stealing everything behind their back. Or you may plan a strategy only for someone to blow it all up on impulse. The shared decisions, conversations, and fights make every co-op session unpredictable and hilarious. Plus, you can play solo and let your friends take control of their characters when they join. It's the digital equivalent of a real tabletop campaign, and it works brilliantly. Route to Dungeons & Dragons. Baldur's Gate 3 is soaked in D&D. It doesn't just borrow the rules, it honors them with depth and creativity. Dice rolls, passive checks, spells, class traits, races, everything's there. And it's not overwhelming. The systems are explained and balanced so that both veterans and newcomers can enjoy them. Dialogue choices, combat decisions, party management, it all plays like a campaign but with the beauty and power of a modern RPG. It's the closest anyone has ever come to bringing the full tabletop experience into a video game. Endless options for every scenario. There's no single way to approach anything. Need to enter a locked building? You can disguise yourself, charm a guard, pick the lock, break a wall, sneak through a hole, or even use magic to teleport inside. The game doesn't push one solution, it gives you tools and trusts you to experiment. Sometimes you won't even know if you made the right choice, you just did what your character would do. That's true roleplay. The combination of systems, interactable objects, and narrative freedom creates a staggering amount of player agency. Total immersion in a living world. Baldur's Gate 3 is more than a game, it's a living, breathing world. Everything you do has a ripple effect. Characters remember your actions. Cities change based on your choices. Enemies respond to your reputation. The sound design, music, atmosphere, and story all work together to make you feel like you're there. You don't just watch the story unfold, you live it. Few games have ever reached this level of immersion without sacrificing depth. This one does it with heart, intelligence, and soul. It's a game that welcomes you in, surrounds you, and stays with you long after you've finished playing. Pros of Baldur's Gate 3 in 2025. Performing art's deep, branching story. Your choices matter in almost every situation: dialogue, relationships, combat, and even world state. The story is replayable with vastly different outcomes, not just in the ending but throughout every act. Brain-intelligent tactical combat. Uses D&D 5e rules for turn-based combat that's flexible, creative, and full of cool mechanics, e.g. pushing, shoving, using the environment. Feels satisfying whether you're a strategy fan or casual player. Red Heart amazing characters. Every companion is well written and voice acted, with personal quests and unique reactions to your choices. Realistic romance options and genuine emotional arcs. Studio Microphone top-tier voice acting and writing. Every single line is voiced, literally thousands, with AAA-level performances. Dialogue is witty, dark, philosophical, and never boring. Artist palette beautiful visuals. Even in 2025, the graphics hold up really well, especially animations and environmental design. Faces are incredibly expressive, adds weight to dialogue. Game die incredible freedom. You can do almost anything: kill anyone, sneak anywhere, manipulate people, become evil, or save the world. Multiple solutions for every problem, true role-playing freedom. People holding hands excellent co-op. Multiplayer works seamlessly. Great for D&D groups wanting a digital campaign. You can play co-op while role-playing completely different characters and even arguing mid-dialogue. Man-mage authentic D&D experience. Closest any game has come to capturing the feel of a tabletop campaign. Stats, dice rolls, and character builds are true to D&D 5e, but simplified for newcomers. Crossmark cons of Baldur's Gate 3 in 2025. Bugs. Some lingering bugs or jank. Although much has been patched, minor AI quirks or UI annoyances can still happen. Long campaigns might run into occasional slowdowns or save/load bugs, especially in Act 3. Compass not for fast-paced action gamers. It's turn-based, dialogue-heavy, and methodical. If you want non-stop action, this might feel slow. Lots of reading, talking, and dice rolls. Some players might find this overwhelming. Mantelpiece clock. Acts 2 and 3 can feel uneven. Act 1 is near perfect, but some players feel Act 2 is a bit shorter and Act 3 a bit buggier or rushed in comparison. The pacing isn't bad, but Act 3 can be chaotic and less polished. So, is it worth it in 2025? Yes. Absolutely. Even nearly 2 years after release, Baldur's Gate 3 is still one of the best RPGs ever made. No other game has quite matched its blend of storytelling, player freedom, character depth, and tactical depth. It's a modern classic. White heavy checkmark recommended if you love story-driven games with choices that matter. Enjoy D&D, fantasy, or deep character-driven drama. Want something immersive, thoughtful, and replayable. Want an amazing solo or co-op experience. Crossmark not recommended if you hate turn-based games. Don't like long conversations or reading. Just want fast, casual combat without story.